Hi, my name is Zach Dilly, and this is my technology assignment video for TESP 503. I'm going to be answering questions 1, 3, and 5. Number 1 being, why have you chosen to become a teacher? In what ways might you understand teaching as a calling? To what extent might you see teaching as part of your journey in experiencing connection, community, and wholeness? Well, to start off, I've chosen to become a teacher because I believe it's something that my path naturally led me to. I did not set out to always be a teacher. Um, if I hadn't gone to college, I probably would have started working. Um, and when I did go to college, the plan was to keep playing football as long as I could. But when that dream was obviously not going to be my reality, teaching kind of became a part of my life naturally. I started substitute teaching. Um, the subject that I want to teach is in special education, and that wasn't how I started out. What I started out for teaching either. I started out wanting to teach something in social science, but as I started getting more special education assignments, I really just loved what I was doing and trying to help that specialized group of students achieve success in the classroom. Um, and so I guess in a way that profession found me. Um, and teaching is part of my journey and experience of connection, community, and wholeness. Well, I just feel like that's just the most fulfilling ways to give back to the community that I live in. I'm going to be able to teach in my hometown where I grew up, and having the ability to maybe impact our surrounding community is very important to me, and I don't take that lightly. Um, so moving on to question 3. Um, what might be some ways that you anticipate having to exercise resiliency as a teacher? What we do to help yourself thrive in the role of a teacher rather than merely survive? Um, well, in that regards, I think just the way that I am, being patient, never losing my head in the classroom in all of my experiences, um, and just creating a positive relationship as much as I possibly can, um, with a goal of 100%. Nothing's perfect, but that's the goal I want to reach as far as creating positive relationships with my students. Because um, kind of touching on, I think it's Frugal from our book in for 503. Um, just creating an environment where the student feels positively enforced, and their values and their dignity is at the forefront. Now they can be able to focus on content related material and learn in a more effective way. And I think that is the best way we can address the learning experience for our students, is make sure that they feel like they're here for a good reason. They feel that they're important. They're not just a body in the seat. Um, their lives matter to us, and it's our responsibility to um, you know send them out of our classroom at the end of the year with the skills and necessary values to become a productive member of society, or just a good member of society. Excuse me. Our job is not only to teach content, but it's also to teach core values and strong morals. And excuse me, we must exemplify that in the way we go about our daily activities in the classroom. So, question number 5: how might your current educational philosophy have been impacted by your own experience in K through 12, or by your experience thus far at APU? Um, well, I can say that my experience as a K through 12 was a pretty positive experience. I was a pretty self-sustaining student. I didn't rely on my parents too much. I was able to buckle down and do my homework whenever I got home and just get it done and out of the way. Um, I never had too much trouble, except for one time. I had an Algebra 2 trigonometry teacher. Um, Before this class, I was fine in math. Algebra 1 was great. Geometry was great. Had no trouble. Got to this class, and I started to struggle. And the memory I have the most prominently with this certain teacher is, I just remember we were battling all the time. It was um, never like a give and take relationship. There was no um, I guess, mutual learning or a positive relationship, as I mentioned earlier, because all I remember really is negativity. Um, and so that shaped my experience and my philosophy for teaching, um, to always keep your door open to any student that you have coming into your classroom. And by open door, I mean, open your mind, open your heart. Uh, Not everybody has had the same prior knowledge activated in the same way from wherever they're coming from. Every teacher is different, just like every student is different. So you can't expect everybody to learn and absorb the content in the same way, because it's everyone's different, and we have to remember that. We have to accept that. And if a particular student is not absorbing the material in the way that we would hope, we've got to adjust and we've got to figure out new things in order for them to take in the content in an effective way. As far as my experience at APU, really it's just reinforced all those things that I've touched on, with positive relationships, finding new ways to differentiate instruction for learners who may have a different way of taking in information. All the classes really have touched on those and prepared me to implement these strategies into the classroom. Um, and I really just can't wait to actually get the career going and experience it all. And I've been fortunate enough to have one full year as a special education teacher already. So I'm not going in completely new, but definitely still been removed long enough now, being back as a substitute, to have to relearn some things and brush up on some strategies. And I'm ready for that to happen. And I like challenges, and I'm ready to try to figure out the best ways for my future students to be able to learn, the best ways to reach them in a positive way, and hopefully impact their life in a way that will benefit them for their future going forward. So that is my technology assignment for TESP 503. My name is Zach Dilley, and thank you very much.